What is up, everybody? It's Skyhawk JD here, and we're here to do part 9 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And so, if we all remember what happened in the last episode, we got. I didn't even want to explain it. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, that was a really hectic episode. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. We grab the remote. Let's go ahead and have some fun. Everybody's watching right now. We got no viewers, but that's fine. We got one watching. Hey, how you doing? And we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm excited. I really want to know what happens next. Episode 4, Day 3. Investigation. Turnabout goodbyes. Let's do it, people. December 27th, 2:11 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? If you guys remember from last time, a memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of a murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never! Nick. Yo! How's everybody doing? You're sweating profusely. What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles. Huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh, yes, I do remember feeling pain. Right on! Tell him the truth. It was like love at first sight. Right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart did skip a beat or two. I think you could do better than that. Come on! Save Edgeworth in there, dude! Edgy! Like Miguel! You guys should be bowing before me, yeah? Bow before your hero! Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. Like Miguel. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Bad move. Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me. Right, Nick? I think I will go with Maya. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. You, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Enough of the silent treatment! Phoenix Wright is just hiding something. Nick. Why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait. Was that when you two were classmates? Yeah, in grade school. Flashback. They saved me. Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this start today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. You know, I remember the very end of 3rd grade for me. I was in, my teacher was Mrs. Smith. I remember clearing out my desk. I was the only one there, ready to start summer. Memories. I was on trial. A class trial. A class trial? Really? The class trial. You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade. Doesn't spring... Wait a minute. Doesn't it end in... Oh, wait. Japanese. Never mind. A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Okay, so backing up. When I was in grade school, before I was homeschooled my high school years. But from preschool, from daycare, then preschool, all the way up to the beginning of high school, every time we never had lunch money because we brought our own lunches to grade school. So there was no issue with lunch money. And secondly, honestly, I'm completely against lunch money. You have to have the kids pay to eat. Meh. Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring an envelope with money from lunch home. For lunch from home. Huh? I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh. Yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as a defendant. I didn't do it! Guilty! He did it! Guilty! He's a thief! Get the money back! You're such a meanie! No one play with him! Just admit you did it! You can't hide the truth! Tell us the truth! We're not gonna play with you anymore! Yeah! No borrowing my eraser! You shouldn't be allowed in the relay race! Okay, too much. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I had done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. Oh, he's so cute! Little Phoenix Wright! Oh, he's so cute! He's adorable! I just want to hug him! I want to hug him! He's so cute! I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad, I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs to this in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs! Miles? Oh, look at little Miles Edgeworth. Oh, he looks so cute too. Well, they all had the same hairdo. That's just crazy. It wasn't you who stole it, was it? Oh, no. Oh, it's his money. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No? Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. This is why, Your Honor, this boy... That is so adorable. Oh my god. It makes you cringe when you grow up, but this is so cute. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it! He's the one! We don't need proof! Make him say he's sorry! Why don't you all shut up? He's cute as a kid too. He looks like a PE kid. This is always how everyone's ganging up on picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. What? No, get out of here. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were best friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, you see. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. Like me when I was a kid. I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. Only got one person watching. Oh, that's sad. That's so sad! It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts." That's illegal! The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. Sorry, hold up. I gotta just setting up more links. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I guess he did. I couldn't just drop it, though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had to become who he became. That's when I decided... Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he had to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. That's just wow. Edgeworth believed in me and I believe in him. He's in pain and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick! So is that why you helped me out for free? Yeah. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I do it for free. Aw, Nick. Nick! Nick! You have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. Very well maybe. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I could clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Wait. Don't get rid of evidence. We might need all this. Only one person will. Alright, you who's watching, thank you for watching. Share with your friends. We get more people. Alright, let's head to the detention center. December 27th, detention center, visitors room. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard about the story. Heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh! Right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth didn't know you. The trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous! Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple, to a fault even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth. Why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. one suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes. The man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yagi. He had to be the shooter any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in the elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux. How do you pronounce that? Cruz or crew? Like crucifixion? Like that kind of thing? I don't know how to pronounce it. That was the blank of Yagi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yagi had not been sound of mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yagi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. Well, so I can understand that. Started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? Oh, he's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. Yeah, right. I learned everything I know in courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick? He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one was a suspect declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it's impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty, perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, you're headed for the guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right! No time to praise the enemy. Now is not the time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. I think we're done here. Let's head to Gord Lake. December 27th. Hey, pal. Long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up, I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. Apprehenda! You mean the boat shop caretaker? That hijo de puta! Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Trial time? Oh yeah. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Boricua. Now, I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh yeah, no kidding. Oh, one other thing. Yee! No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Were a lot of us camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lot is in a lot of trouble. Good pun. Anyway, I'll be seeing you two tomorrow. Okay, so we can't go in the woods, but let's go in anyway. December 27th, the public beach. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is close too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. I'll tell you guys this now. After this live stream, I'm gonna make myself a pizza. I don't think there's anything important here, so we're gonna head to the rental shop. It's December 27th, boat rental shop. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. I know that clearing of the throat anywhere.
Aha! Hello! What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of a fresh lemon, you see.
Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
That is true, yes. But from what I saw from today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Aha! What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. Maybe to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? That was weird. What was he doing? Nobody's home. Hello! Hello! Ah! Hey, it's Polly! I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello! Hello! Ah! I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parents to fend for herself. Hello! Hello! Ah! Were those cookies there before? Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn on this heater on. I guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. Poor bird! We should take that bird with us. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's going to hate me. Nothing here seems out of the ordinary. Hey, is that a bag? What is that? That was funny. Alright, I don't think there's anything that's... Well, there's the safe. One person watching. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1128. No, 1228. Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. But hey, you keep it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth! Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on there? Uh-oh. Just one person watching. How should I know? I'm gonna read this whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letters go on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out on the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out in today's court. It's all here, in perfect detail. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know. But it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. Who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing is for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. We better get back to... We better show this to Detective Gumshoe. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gone back yet. Dang it, he's not there. Gumshoe won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. Oh, the boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Alright. One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. I know. We're gonna head to the Grossberg law offices. Maybe he might give us some hints. Hints. He's out. Again! I just saw him! When does it work anyway? Now, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. We gotta show this to you then, Edgeworth. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge? On me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Ugh. Nice, Wright. But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So he was following this letter then. Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond? It also says this is your last chance. Last chance. Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations of the DL6 incident. Ugh. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Oh. Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Oh boy. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in the elevator 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen. Couldn't you break the window open with that baton? That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in the hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. Damn. Huh? But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right? Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. I think the time has come for me to tell you all. Only 2 people watching. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier! I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen! I can't breathe using up my air! What? Stop breathing in my air! I'll stop you! Ah! What? What are you... Stop breathing my air! No, Father! He's attacking Father! Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I picked up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! Bang! Uah! And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it, this literally makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth! You mean... It was me. I was a true criminal of the DL6 incident. I shot my father. This is bad. What do we want to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do. Like it or not, if there's someone else who knows about the DL6 incident, then maybe, yeah. There is, Nick! There is someone who knows about DL6. Who? Oh, Grossberg! Mr. Grossberg!
Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding! I can't believe you're not!
My. Just calm down and tell me what happened,
It's Miles Edgeworth. He... Sob. I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. Hello, Pooper. It's only a dream! Only a dream! How you doing, Pooper? Good game. Good name. Good name. I wonder... What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, Well...
Also consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he wants to frame him for murder. This leads me to summarize that Mr. Edgeworth's dream, because I said dream was not a dream, it was real. As you imagine.
Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. No! I don't believe it! Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. Sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have one peer now that I think of it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. Mia Fey. I'm sorry, Mia. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing against him. And nothing to him, I mean. The result? He has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And he lost. And died in despair, as it were. I see. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yagi. Yagi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought that she was, you see. Yet now that I think about it, it seemed the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. What? Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's the only possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Let's show him this.
Oh ho!
So this is the letter? It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. Wait, what? His own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially, he was ruined. Huh? Which is true. Even if you're found innocent, the accusation will haunt you for the rest of your life. You'll understand soon enough. Wait! What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Wait, what? Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? This is my only guess. Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Wait! You're right, my boy! This is This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time in court reports. What? But that means the only one who told Mr. Yagi to kill was... Correct. Von Karma himself. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Pooper. What does this mean, then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? This is getting crazy, guys. This is getting crazy. If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. Excuse me. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was a nightmare. Then I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory by hurting his son. What do you mean by that? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence and thought he lost a trial. And though he lost a trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty Von Karma ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Oh wow, really? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, it's an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. Wait, I've never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacation, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick! Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I can go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials. Hello, Miles. Let's head to the court. Let's head to the station. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. Pounding the pavement. That actually sounds pretty funny. I wonder if we could check out the records room again. Well, now I can't just have anyone running around in here. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Wait. Karma's in there? Uh-oh. This is gonna... I have a bad feeling about this, guys. Yeah. He just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry! December 27th, Police Department records room. Dusty as always. We were the only ones just yesterday. I'm sure they haven't had time to clean up. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma? Huh? One of the drawer chairs open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says unsolved cases evidence. Unsolved cases? Nick! The file for DX6! The file for DL6 is completely empty! What? What? What are you doing in here? Yeek! There he is. Hey. Von Karma! You! How do you know my name? Huh? Have you met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? Oh! I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? A romanticist who can't shed that veneers of amateurism. Just like his father. Always second-rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did. What I don't get is... why did you take his son under your wing afterward? That's my question. The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth would admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. Oh, damn it. We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in the court tomorrow. What do we present him? Let's show him this. Fool. You think I, a prosecutor, will give you, a defense attorney, information? Bah! Creep. I mean, he really is a creep. I mean, like, he is seriously a creep. Alright, so... let's show him this then. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yagi to commit murder. Yanni Yagi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. He just admitted it! He just admitted it! So you admit it! You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter! Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick? What's that thing? Guys, he has a stun gun! A stun gun. For self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000... Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it usually. Now, give me the letter. You're in a police station. Scream, for goodness sake. No! No! Whoa! What are you... Nick, run! Maya! Out of my way! Wah! He got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the Deal 6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya! Is she okay? No. Maya! Maya, open your eyes! Maya! The letter! Did he take it? Huh? Oh. Yeah. Are you okay? Oh, hey, Mike. Mike, if you remember from the last trial, the gun shot... wait a minute. We're talking about a different gun. I think. I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I had woken up at all. That Von Karma guy, I don't like him. He just used the taser. He just assaulted us with the taser. There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Huh? Maya? She's holding something. What is that? A bullet? DL6 incident evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. DL6 bullet stashed in a pocket. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. Pooper's getting mad. I'll just show it. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. Oh man, court is gonna be fun. The final day. December 28th, 9:51 a.m. District Court. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are gonna get settled at last. A lot of things. Ah! What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Maya! What are you doing? Sorry! I'm sorry! I just thought I could cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Wait, what? Wait, what? Taking a picture of that? Oh god. Oh, that's what she said in the capital letters. That's gonna be like in capital letters in that picture I took. Oh, I needed that laugh. Oh my god, I needed that laugh. Oh, okay. Right, good idea. Good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Wah! Pow! Never mind. What's gone into that girl? Detective Gumshoe! Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear, as promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe, you must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi said he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Here we go. December 28, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day in our proceedings in this trial. I ask the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into a silence by everything he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring in the witness to the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness! Why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. Witness testimony.
I'm really sorry about yesterday. I just leave it yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away. No! Or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is.
Very well. Let's begin with the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yagi. You're Yanni Yagi, and I'm going to prove it. Cross-examination. Let's begin, guys. I'm really sorry about just leaving like I did yesterday. That's nothing worth pressing. That's not nothing worth pressing. Let's press this. Food? Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmet. I think it's pronounced gourmet, but he pronounced gourmet, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack?
Well, I kinda got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that. I see. So he was lost. Oh, please, Your Honor! Come to your senses! I figured I got nothing to do with the incident anyhow. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep. Seems like it.
Then how could you know you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. Urgh. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old... I don't know how to pronounce that word. Codger? In the old codger's head. It's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well. Witness, please continue.
I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? I don't got one.
How can you say you had no motive? I said you do.
I mean...
You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Objection.
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. May I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes. Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack of thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said that he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, this is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor.
Now this is interesting.
I would like to know myself. Who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name. His name is Yaniyagi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yaniyagi! From the DL6 incident! Figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does that mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright? This man, the witness, is Yaniyagi. Fascinating! However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof! And allow me to repeat once more that the witness lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go! Nick! How are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yaniyagi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on a file for Yaniyagi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprint? What? The witness has no fingerprints. What? No fingerprints?
You see... Before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at the chemical plant. I burned my fingers working at that stuff. Yeah.
What? Yogi, you sneak. Oh, hey. Hey, Omega. Yeah, you're pretty late. You burn your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we'll not be able to prove his identity. No! Well, what would you do now, Mr. Wright?
It seems the case has been decided, no?
No! I know what happened. I know everything! I just can't prove it! Dios mío, señor! Ayúdame, señor! Ayúdame! No, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose! There has to be another way! Therefore, there is no one who can testify to who this witness is. No one. Nick! What are we gonna do? It's alright, Omega. You could catch up on the playlist. I made a playlist of the live streams. I didn't even consider he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine this parrot for a little comic relief. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor, the defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Von Karma up? Oh, on my proposal. Yeah, exactly, Your Honor. I want to cross-examine the witness pet parrot. Order! Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce! I object! Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this and nothing come from it, I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence. Except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well. Witness, who was your owner? Please testify for us. Who was your owner? Hello, hello. Certainly the most consistent testimony we've heard so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you doing, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Well, let's see what we can do. Hello, hello. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly! Polly! What's your name? Polly! Polly! Mr. Wright, I think we've established that Paris' name is Polly. Does this have anything... Of course! Yes, it does! Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who's... We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yagi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yagi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker identity is... I don't know this one. Think, JD, think. Oh, I remember! after his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. The DL6 case file? This is quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time! Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to the parrot's name? It's on the suspect data page. The page has all the information about Yanayagi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. See? Indeed. It does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly! Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see! I guess that is possible. Bah! A mere coincidence, that is all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix, right? Does that make you my granddaughter's fiance? You have a granddaughter? You have a person like you has a child? Really? Your granddaughter, she's only 7 years old. How do you know that? Indeed. Alone is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If you can just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Very well, witness. You may continue. Oh, I did it twice. My fault. Hello. Damn it! I did it 3 times! This is tough! There we go. Yada yada. Witness, you can't... Have you forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago... Polly, have you forgotten something? Don't forget DL6! If I can get Polly to say that here, that'll prove that the caretaker has something to do with DL6. Polly, have you forgotten something? Hello! Ah! That's not what you're supposed to say! Forgot. Something we forgot. Hello! Uh-oh. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous! Why won't you say it? Something the matter, Mr. Oh, you are a dick. Pendejo. Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond if we haven't forgotten anything? That's dark. What's the safe number? Maybe I could say the safe number. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number of the safe in the shack? 1228. Ah! My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you're on claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Yes, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha! Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof! What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Once again, I have a feeling it's this. Okay, I take that back. Mike, have you played this game? Mike, it's not the date. It's something else. It's not the date. It will say 12/28, 2001. 12 to the... Okay, now I can see. Oh, now I see it. Okay, now I see it. All right, all right. The DL6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something related to the safe number? It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident? December 28th. That's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 12/28. Ah! He used the day of the DL6 incident as a number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Bah! This is not tangible proof! I set my ATM's card number to 0001 because I am number one. And you just said that publicly. This has nothing to do with the date! Nothing! That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that is all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness. Tell us your name. Wait! The witness, he doesn't remember! No. It's okay. Oh! I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick! He looks totally different! This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally! He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name to the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff to this very court. We know who he is now. Order! Order! Yanni Yogi. So it was you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment! Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I am not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant Miles Edgeworth is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared for suspicion in this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Yeah! We did it! That is all. This court is adjourned. We did it, guys. We did it. What? Did someone just say object? What? It wasn't about karma. No, 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 no! Edgeworth! Your Honor! I object your objection. I object your judgment. What do you mean? I am not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yagi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess! He's going to say he's guilty! Edgeworth, shut up! He's going to tell him he was a murderer in the DL6 incident! He's going to tell him he killed his own dad! Uh-oh, what do I do? What do I do? The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Did something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. For 15 years, I have a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess to my guilt. I am guilty for the DL6, the statute of limitations which ends today. The culprit is me! Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. December 28, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy! Just crazy! Nick? What are you doing? Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. December 28, 2:30 p.m. Courtroom number 3. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do the cross-examination. The statute of limitations of the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it is unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but if only I can get it to work. Wait, what? What? Please. Please. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, and then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. Mike, how do you know the gun was shot twice? Mike, have you played this game? Seriously, have you played this game? Wait, how was the gun shot twice? It was only shot 3 times total. If this is the same gun, it says fired 3 times. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost memory of the events. Bah! It's the same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. What was the trial your father was involved in that day? Hold up a second. Let me read this. An elevator with defense attorney trapped in... Oh, now... Oh, good eye! Good eye! Good eye, Mike! Good eye! The weapon was fired twice. Okay, good eye. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost. Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator. Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first. But then as time passed, no one came to help. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... Just then, something fell at my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff's, Yanni Yogi. The safety must have come off when it fell from its holster. And you picked it up. What happened next? I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was the pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol on Mr. Yogi? I was, in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Mike, I love you. Yeah, I'm sure of that. I heard there was a shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, do you? I don't accept this evidence, unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Have a good look at the court record one more time. Victim data. Alright, the victim's data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says, quite plainly, the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot? Your Honor, I'm sure you are aware. The incident occurred 15 years ago. Evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. Therefore, there is no proof the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot was fired has something to do with the case? Huh. Oh! Oh! I see it! I see it! Tell me you guys see it! No, not the bullet. Not the bullet, Mike. Not the bullet. Tell me if you see it. Tell me if you see it. I see it. I see it. Bullet, Mike. Not the bullet. Tell me if you see it. Anybody see it? Yeah. You spelt it wrong. It's glass, not ass. For you people watching who are watching after this is on a live stream, somebody in the live chat, they try to put glass, but they put ass. That was actually that. I love you. I love you. I love you. That was funny. I love you. Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprises for after the evidence you've seen. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to the incident? This is going to be hard for Edgeworth to look at. This is going to be really hard for him to look at. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I could see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves that the murder weapon was fired twice in the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see. A bullet hole in the door. Your Honor! Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired the second shot. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course! I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. No clues are found on the scene. Oh, damn it. Try the case summary page. Okay, this is page 1. Look at what's written there. Not a single clue was... Yep, I knew it. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist! The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth! It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid that to discount the evidence the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Gah! How did this happen? I do have that bullet. Wait a second. Wait a second. I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? How have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. It looks like I was wrong, Nick. If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures were all for nothing. No. Well, you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. Just when I saw the photograph, I thought 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though it was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepting the guilt! Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant right here. Right now! Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day of court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? Objection! Your Honor! I object! Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Oof! Oof! Nick? I don't know. This case is perfect. No. Gah! It must exist. The second bullet. Mia! What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor! The second bullet! It does exist! What? But we've just heard proof that it does not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer! The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet. But why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. But what possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene of the crime with them is... Or maybe they thought the bullet would be used as proof. Proof? It was a special... Oh god, I messed that up. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they have only taken one of the two shots fired? Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm going to have to penalize you. Damn it! This isn't going so well. Why would the murderer have spent the time looking for the stray bullet? I haven't got a clue! What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Bah! The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer, what does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's what really happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still in them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? Yes! I guess that's how it worked. There's a problem with that! The other two people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you're saying. What are you saying? Deny it? Deny it! No one involved in the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick? Huh? I just thought of something. Really crazy. Crazy? You remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shot from Mr. Von Karma. He took a vacation. Mike! That's why he took the vacation! The first and last time he'd taken a vacation in many years of his prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take the vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean it can only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident! He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma! Oh, man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated that the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Let's try saving it for a better time. Wait, I don't have enough proof yet. This is my trump card. I better save it for the right time. Mr. Wright, something the matter? I'm fine, Your Honor. Shall we carry on with the trial then? That said, we have no farther to go. All that's left is the finish. In other words, the verdict. What? Not yet! Think, Mr. Wright. You have said that someone from outside was a murderer, yet you cannot suggest anyone as a possible suspect, which means your conjecture is worthless. And will be rejected, of course. Nick! Now's not the time to be holding on to that trump card. The trial's almost over. Alright. I may not know what I'm doing, but here it goes. Good one, Pooper. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who was your suspect? My hands are shaking. What? Von Karma! Von Karma? Von Karma? Do you mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor? The one standing over there? You don't object? I see no need. Why, Honor, this is a ridiculous outburst of my objection. Because you took a vacation for several months, starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it! I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go into the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated me. Have him testify. Nick! Let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth! I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane! No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out by yourself. Wait. What does that mean? The bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence that prove I was shot? Do I use this? I'll try showing evidence. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. I'll even use evidence I know how much you like. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proved Von Karma was shot is. What exactly is that? Oh, damn it! That wasn't it! The metal detector! Why didn't I think of that? Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery after leaving an evidence trail. So then I would ask, where's that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. The possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Oh, he's sweating! He's sweating! He's sweating! I refuse! You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? Order! 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 Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. It reacted! Something's inside his right shoulder! The bullet! Mr. Von Karma? You? It was you? I was afraid this would happen. And so I remained silent. Indeed, there was a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with the incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to the DL6 incident. Then where'd it come from? Answer me that. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Proof? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Mr. Von Karma was from DL6? Of course you can't. You don't have any kind of DL6 evidence. That's because you took out all the records in room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof! What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. That's a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term, it came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One bullet that was removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other Mr. Von Karma's bullet. The other Mr. Von Karma is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in the other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we will compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing in my air! I'll stop you! Stop breathing my air! Get away! Get away from my father! Bang! Wah! It's that scream I heard in the elevator! 15 years ago! Von Karma, it was you who screamed! Mr. Von Karma? Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me? So it was you! You and your father are my curse! You and your father shamed me with a penalty on my record! Dude, okay, dude, stop! You're gonna give yourself a concussion! Dude! You're gonna hurt yourself! And you have the scar on my shoulder that will never fade! I'll bury you! 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry, but Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. Never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! It was a shock like none I've ever known. Me? Penalized? I did? No, I didn't. It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court's records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opens before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. His last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge? What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now! End it! Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent. You are innocent. And you said it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. December 28, 5:38 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Nick! Nick! We did it! Did you see his face? Von Carmel looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we had it. I know I was on the verge of tears that whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Yeah, sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there. What? Amazing, pal! You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party! Dinner's on me! Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Ugh. Woo! I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all! Lotta! Y'all were great in there! Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth. Congrats! Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You want to stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let's let bygones be bygones. Speaking of which... Oh, wait. Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. What? Why the sad face, Larry? Oh, I didn't see the last part. Shit, my fault. Oh, Nick. I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Keonce. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick! She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy! There you are! Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy! Here's a little gift for me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts! You come along too tonight, pal. My treat. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says my treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right? Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah. That's not strange, people giving money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. It means it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick? Wasn't that the exact amount of lunch money that was stolen from... Larry! No. No, Larry, it was you! What are you surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? Doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came to school anyway. He saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I was never good at history. Edgeworth, You didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right? You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, Wright. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn for events, huh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it! Urgh. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did! Well, you've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah! You get worked up too easily, too. Death! The death sentence for both of you! Man, if only I had known I'd become a prosecutor! The same goes for me, only the other way around. The longest time I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, Wright? Hey, y'all! Line up, I'll take a photo! Hey, photo time, let's go! And after that, dinner's on me! Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom. Even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. December 29th. Hey, that's my girlfriend's birthday! That's my girlfriend's birthday! December 29th, Wright and Co-Law offices. Whoa. I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5 o'clock? Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Aww. Goodbye? What time is it? Gah! The first trains for the mountains have already left to the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick? Maya! So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Hold it! Hold it! Wait! What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yeah. Only her voice, but still, it was at the very end when I thought we lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything! All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Take that! A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence that we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training, and I'm going to come back. Okay. I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn to a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh. Got a bad feeling about this. Oh. Then he hung his head low and went right back to outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Guess this is the end of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Huh, Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now. Yeah. Yeah, there's 3 games in this. I'm gonna, while we're watching... Oh, Payne! Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. I heard he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything. Oh, yeah, right! I'm sure he's grateful. We haven't even seen you! I'm gonna put something on Twitter of, Oh, you. Phoenix Wright? The defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes! Oh, you should have seen him take over management. I've taken over management at the Gatewater Hotel. Should you be there, Emerald? Please stop by. I'm gonna put a poll up on Twitter. I want you guys to vote. Should I do the entire game or just this one? I'll let you guys decide. Ahem! Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright? Ah, yes, me as understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. So it's gonna be on Twitter, a poll, if I should do the entire game. Oh God. Phoenix Wright? Isn't he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Do y'all know? I'm pleased to announce that Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye until the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kids' dreams, you know? Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. Sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have the time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She said she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place she's living at anyway? Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day. I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It's kind of a shock for a boy my tender age. Cody's cute. Yeah, I remember Wright, that lawyer guy. Huh, me? I've been trained to become a paranoid for oh god. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just someone behind them's a ghost. Wait, what? Wait, did you guys catch that? Someone behind her is a ghost? Whatever. Oh, beautiful picture. Huh? Oh, there's more! There's more! That was Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, everybody. I thought it was going to be the end of it, but turns out there's a whole other episode. So we're not done yet. So if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you guys on part 10 of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. But before I go, my Twitter is SkyhawkJD. I'm going to put a poll up. I want you guys to vote, and for you people who are watching after this stream, should I do the entire game or just this one? I'll let you guys decide on that. Alright, so peace and happiness. Love you all. Mwah. You guys have a good night. And I'll see you on part 10.